what your dreams are hiding from you. You ever wake up from a dream so weird, so random, that you think, where the hell did that come from? Maybe you're flying through your childhood home while your high school teacher is chasing you with a sandwich. Or you're having a conversation with your dead grandmother about your job interview next week. Well, Freud would say, that's not random at all, according to him. Your dreams are like secret scripts written by your unconscious mind, and they're trying to tell you something important about yourself. If you've ever wondered what's really going on in your head while you sleep, hit that subscribe button, because today we're going to decode the hidden messages in your dreams using Freud's revolutionary ideas. So here's how Freud saw it. Your mind is like a theater, and every night, when you fall asleep, it puts on a show. But here's the twist. It's not just entertainment. It's your unconscious mind trying to communicate with you. Visual metaphor. Think of your unconscious like a locked basement in your house. During the day, you live upstairs in the conscious mind, dealing with work, relationships, daily stress. But downstairs, that's where all the stuff you push away lives, old memories, secret desires, fears you don't want to face. Practical example, dreams are like the basement sending messages upstairs. But because some of this stuff is too intense or scary for your conscious mind to handle directly, your unconscious disguises it. It creates symbols, weird scenarios, impossible situations. You know when you dream about being chased, but you can never see who's chasing you? That's your mind saying, there's something you're running from, but I can't show it to you directly because it would freak you out. Freud called this the dream work. Your unconscious mind is like a movie director, taking raw emotional material and turning it into a symbolic story you can handle. The 4 mechanisms, simplified. 1. Condensation. This is when your mind mashes different people, places, or ideas together. Ever dream about someone who looked like your mom but acted like your boss? That's condensation. Your unconscious is combining different relationships to show you a pattern. 2. Displacement. This is when your mind takes a big emotion and puts it on something small, or takes something important and makes it seem trivial, like dreaming about losing your keys when you're actually afraid of losing your relationship. 3. Symbolization. Your unconscious speaks in symbols because direct messages would be too overwhelming. Water often represents emotions. Houses represent your sense of self. Animals might represent instincts or desires. 4. Secondary revision. This is your mind trying to make the crazy dream somewhat logical when you wake up. It's like your brain saying, okay, that was weird. Let me try to make sense of it. Modern example, let's say you dream about scrolling through social media, but every post is about your ex. That's not really about social media. That's your unconscious processing unresolved feelings. The phone is just the modern symbol your mind is using. Common dream types decoded. Flying dreams. You know those dreams where you're flying. Freud would say this often represents a desire for freedom or escape from some constraint in your life. Your unconscious is giving you the experience of liberation you crave. Falling dreams. These usually happen when you're losing control of something in your waking life, your job, a relationship, your health. Your unconscious is processing that feeling of everything is slipping away. Being chased dreams are about avoidance. There's something in your life you're running from, a difficult conversation, a hard decision, a truth about yourself. Your unconscious is literally showing you the running. Naked in public. Ever dream you're naked in public? This is about vulnerability and fear of judgment. Maybe you're hiding something about yourself, or you're afraid people will see the real you and reject you. Dead people. Dreams about people who've died aren't necessarily about death. Often, they represent parts of yourself, lessons they taught you, or unfinished emotional business. Your unconscious is processing your relationship with them. Teeth. Falling out. This is a big one. Teeth falling out often relates to feelings of powerlessness or loss of control. In many cultures, teeth represent strength and confidence. Losing them in a dream might mean you're feeling weak or ineffective in some area. Practical application. Next time you have a weird dream, instead of dismissing it, ask yourself, what was I feeling in the dream? Not what happened, but what you felt. That emotion is usually the key to understanding what your unconscious is trying to tell you. Your personal dream dictionary, individual symbols. Here's where it gets interesting. Freud said that while some symbols are universal, your personal dream dictionary is unique to you. That weird recurring dream about your grandmother's kitchen, that means something specific to your life. How to decode your own dreams. Step 1. Write down the dream as soon as you wake up. Don't worry about making it make sense. Just capture the images and feelings. Step 2. Identify the main emotion. Were you anxious, excited, angry, sad? That emotion is pointing to something in your waking life. Step 3. Look for patterns. If you keep dreaming about water, pay attention to the emotional situations in your life. If you keep dreaming about being late, ask yourself, what am I afraid of missing out on? Step 4. Ask yourself, if this dream was a message from my unconscious, what would it be trying to tell me? Real life example, let's say you keep dreaming about being back in school, taking a test you didn't study for. Your unconscious might be saying, you're feeling unprepared for something important in your current life. Maybe it's that presentation at work or that difficult conversation with your partner. When dreams become nightmares, nightmares as urgent messages. Nightmares are like your unconscious mind screaming instead of whispering. They usually represent intense fears or traumas that you haven't processed. Recurring nightmares. If you have the same nightmare over and over, your unconscious is basically saying, hey, pay attention. There's something important here that you're not dealing with. Practical advice. Freud believed that understanding your nightmares could actually reduce their power over you. When you decode what they're trying to tell you, they often become less frequent or intense. Modern perspective. Now, we know that nightmares can also be related to stress, medication, or sleep disorders. But Freud's approach is still valuable, even if there's a physical cause. The content of your nightmares often reflects your psychological state, the limits and criticisms. Balanced perspective. Now, let's be real for a minute. Not every dream is a deep psychological message. Sometimes you dream about pizza because you're hungry. Sometimes you dream about your ex because you saw them on social media. Freud's limitations. Freud also has some ideas that don't hold up today. He thought almost everything was about sexual desire, which isn't always the case. And he didn't account for how things like medications, sleep disorders, or even what you ate before bed can affect dreams. The valuable part, but here's what's still powerful about Freud's approach. Paying attention to your dreams can give you insights into your emotional life. Even if not every dream is meaningful, the act of reflection, asking yourself what am I really feeling, is incredibly valuable. So tonight, when you go to sleep, think of your dreams as letters from your unconscious self. They might be confusing, symbolic, or just plain weird, but they're trying to tell you something about what's going on beneath the surface of your everyday life. Keep a dream journal by your bed. For 1 week, write down whatever you remember. As soon as you wake up, don't judge it. Don't try to make it logical. Just capture it. Then look for patterns. What emotions keep showing up? What situations? What fears or desires? Here's my question for you. What's the weirdest recurring dream you've ever had? Drop it in the comments below. Let's see if we can decode some of these together using Freud's ideas. If this video helped you understand your dreams a little better, hit that like button. And if you want to dive deeper into understanding your own mind, subscribe and ring that notification bell, because there's a whole world of fascinating psychology waiting to be explored. Sweet dreams. And remember, they might be trying to tell you something important.